What's good? It's your boy Sifu G, the esoteric warrior. Hope you're all doing good today. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you for the birthday wishes as well. This is hard looking into a camera and talking as well. So this is new to me, but check out the hat. It's an old one. Thank you everyone that's bought the Butt Mate book. I told you, didn't I? It's massive, right? Absolute massive, and it's got heaps of esoteric information. And speaking of, someone's asked me to quickly do a video on the Phoenix Eye Gong method, and it's on page 288. Yeah, 288, and I'll just quickly go over the process and whatnot. So you'll be you can do this in a chair if you can't do cross-legged. Otherwise, do a half lotus or a lotus. This is done at sunrise. So as soon as the sun starts coming over that flat earth and you start to see it, which is called the horizon, that's what we're going to be working with. So it's safe to look at the sun at that time. It's just that when you do such type of work, you want to have a connection with the sun, right? The Son of God, right? So you want to have a connection, a devotion to it. It's not that I'm just going to go out there, sit there and do the practice and I'm going to benefit. Any of the elemental type of training that we do, or in this book of the Butt Mate, the Burning Palm's got a lot of different elemental training. Butt Mate hasn't. It's only got a few, but it's still good. Really good. But Burning Palm just has all the elements. It's crazy. But when you're doing this, you want that devotion. You want to put a time aside. If you see a lot of my old pictures and videos back from 2006, when I moved down the south coast, every morning that I was off work from night shift, I'd be getting that sunrise. I lived right on the beach and it was so beautiful to get, and I really miss that place. But you need to have devotion and time to do this type of Gong, right? Especially for getting the sun, right? If you're not getting the sun, you can just do the breathing and do the movement. I hope I'm not gonna. That's a little bit better. All right, so you're sitting there, your legs are crossed, and your eyes are open. You want to bring the sun in through the eyes and the third eye with the breath. All right, so it's a visualization that you're going to have to, as you breathe in, feel it coming through. So you got that triangle, right? The two black suns in your third eye, bringing in that light. So when you're sitting there and your back straight and you're relaxed, everything is totally aligned. You've got a connection with the sun. You've asked the sun to bless you or help you, heal you, whatever the purpose of what you want from the sun, because it's a massive healing energy as well. It's a light of the world. It feeds the earth and all that, right? So it's a very big player in all cultures, especially Egypt. You see the sun god Ra, and they're all got their hands up, right? So it's telling you a lot, even in the Qigong that we do, and especially if we're using the sun, you want to be able to have that connection. That's a spiritual thing, something you've got to devote the time to, like I said, and put time aside and really experience it. First few goes and you may feel like this isn't doing anything at all. It doesn't matter, as long as you're breathing in the sun, and you're doing it with a proper heart and intent, you're going to get some benefits. But the more you get to work with the sun, the more you're going to have that connection, and that comes over time, right? God in heaven, you know, you're going to have to impress him, right? So you're going to have to devote to the sun. That's why it was worshipped back in the day. There were sun cults, and it's the most important light in the sky, right? So your eyes are open, and you want to breathe in. As you breathe in the sun through the eyes and the third eye, at the same time, you're filling your body with light into the dantian. So your whole body gets full of light inside, but the focus of the breath leads the chi and the energy down the dantian. It was said in the days when you're doing sun practice that that sunlight has seven different colors, rainbow colors, and that represents the organs. And that reflection of the third eye, once it's open, it's like a mirror, and it was said to reflect into those energies of the color, which represent the 5 elements. Right? So there's a lot, but this, I'm just trying this new mic and the camera, and to quickly give you I'm trying to quickly give you a bloody about my Gong to answer the question. So devote, bring energy in, the sun through the eyes, the whole lot. And when you're breathing deep into the dantian, you want to feel the 6 directions fill up evenly, right? So when you breathe in, you're going to feel the stomach expand, your back expand, and here, when you fill it up properly, the fingers should try and be even, getting pushed out. So the 6 directions, up, down, left, right, forward and back, right? And that forms that ball, the chi ball, or cultivates the start of the dantian practice. That's one part of the 6 directional breathing. Just that alone, doing it correctly with the expanding and contracting in that area, is gonna cultivate the dantian. It needs to be cultivated, right? You can't just go, I've got dantian power, right? There's a lot, right? You got to do a lot of breath work, a lot of focus, a lot of energy, visualization as well, because it's all about inner feeling and sensing and all that, and packing the chi in. So you got that connection. I'm going to try and move on. But when you hold your phoenix eye, you're not doing a tight fist at all. You're actually on lung point 1. I think it's called the Shang Yang, right? It's a metal yang. It's good for clearing heat, and they actually prick it sometimes in acupuncture rather than needle it, so they want to bleed that, so it's good for revival as well. So it clears the heat and that. You know that this is also a Buddhist type of mudra. It's found in Taoism as well, in different schools. But this is just a normal thing, right? Sometimes in the day you don't realise you're holding mudras and you don't realise. Even just rubbing your fingers like this, that's a mudra, right? Anyway, so you're going to be holding onto large intestine 1, and you want to activate with just enough pressure. You're not hard, right? There's a pressure that you need to get through the skin onto the meridian to activate it, right? Just like when I teach, sometimes when you do this properly and you activate it, will start to tremble, right? But if you press too hard, you override the chi. So there's a certain type of pressure. There it goes. See that? Right, but too much? Not. Look, just enough. Right, so that tells me that it's rolling. Something that, maybe that's an issue, but there's a certain pressure. That's too much. But as soon as I get to the right one, the chi is right, coming through, even into this finger. Strange, right? So anyway, that on the side, enough pressure, and you want to close your fist just even just not even touching the pad, and you want that Lao Gong point to cup, and as if you're holding a little egg in that. I think my screen just went off. It's back, we're back, okay. Hey, it's all new, guys. So you're holding that, and you've activated, and you should be able to feel the chi in the palms. And when you're breathing in 6 directions in the dantian, all that energy, the light into the body, and you're gonna have your arms as if it's flat on a table. So it's not up like this, it's not too low, it should be parallel, horizontal to the ground, right? So there's no tension in the arms, there's only a little bit just in for the pressure that you need for that, right? And then you're breathing in the sun through the eyes and the third eye. It's in there, down to the dantian, and it's contracting. And it's pushing down the Heicham dantian, right? Sink the chi down with the breath. You should be able to feel that little bit of tightness down there with the breath in. And then on the breath out, you're gonna Om. So for 54 breaths, you're gonna breathe in, and then Om. And as you Om, you want to feel you've breathed in the light, and now it's coming back through the meridian and out your phoenix eye back towards the sun, right? So this is Bat May's secret or closed door do family phoenix eye method from Bat May, and it's for him to get more power out, more focus, more intent. The Om, as you know, is a spiritual and powerful mantra, which is great for opening up the whole body and the meridians, and it's an expansion of chi. When you Om, it expands, so it breaks down all barriers, right, opening up the body. So the Om back, the Om out the mouth, the laser beams of light going back to the sun, and you're getting that connection for 54 breaths. Now, if the light is too strong for you, you might only get up to like 20 breaths and go, no, it's too much. Close your eyes and look through your eyes, and you'll still see the sun, right? Don't have to push any of it, right? So be smart. Make sure what you do it correctly. Look, don't take my word for it, do everything with caution, right? It's most important. You have to see a doctor to say, yes, do that type of stuff. You do it, right? Don't take my word. Don't take the word and risk it. Look into the whole theory of sun gazing. That's another important thing that you should be doing when you read stuff like that. What I do is what I was taught, but I'm not a scientist or anything like that, or a doctor. So I'm just saying this is what I do, and this is my connection, and I feel good when I do it. The visualization is important. You're getting an Om with the breath. It's the quality of breath. You got to have that connection, like I said. So the breath, the chi, the sunlight, the quality of the breath, the deepness of the breath, and the second part, B, for the second 54 moves that make up, 54 breaths makes 108. So after, just with your arm like this, and it's gonna start to work on the muscles, and you're gonna get tired. So just start with maybe 18 and just keep working up to you feel without too much, oh, this is aching too much, before you're not getting anything out of it, right? So it's important that when you're sitting there that you're comfortable, it's in front of the body, and it's naturally sitting as good as you can, and as freely and balanced. If you start holding it out too far like this, then it's going to work the shoulders, right? So it's all about the chi, connecting with the sun, getting it out through the phoenix eye, 6 directional breathing, oming that power out with the laser back to the sun. As you know, there's a lot of sun mantras. The Gayatri mantra is something that I love because I did know about that because I'm a Taoist, and I met a guy at work that's Hindu, and we're just talking about this is like 20 something years ago, and you know, it was such a great connection, and you get to see different cultures' way of understanding the practices. When I talked about all the sun stuff that I do from all this work from Du Wei and the One Yun and stuff like that, you're going, oh, that's exactly the same as his type of yoga, type of stuff. And then I thought I'd go home and I'd look up the Buddhist mantras. And I clicked on one, it was called the Gayatri mantra, and it was done 108 times, and everything's 108, as you know, what I teach. So I was like, okay, click on it. And for some reason, it sounds weird and soft, I know, but I cried. I don't know why, I didn't even know what the fuck they were saying, but something in me opened up and I had tears. It was joyful tears, but it was an emotional release, and that was from the sun, the Gayatri mantra, and it's on my wall in the school. It was hanging on my wall here for a long time, and since that time of listening to that mantra or chant, I've kept that. Even though I'm a Taoist, I've kept that, and I've looked into it, and they talk all exactly the same, just different lineages, different cultures, but they're all on the same path, right? Krishna's the sun god, Jesus, and all this, you've got all the same, and it's all telling us what we should be doing. So when you get to the second part, it's getting on here, right? When you get to the second part, guys, so after 54 breaths, sun, Om, 6 directional breathing, contracting with the breathing into the dantian, breathing out, and as you breathe out, you want to slowly phoenix eye with the Om back to the sun, as if this is part of your punch, right? So I was teaching, Buckmate was a genius, obviously, because he's doing the same movement as if he was punching, although he's got a mantra, he's got a visualization, and he's working with the sun. So the phoenix, as you know, is the sunbird, right? Thunderbird in some cultures, right? So the red phoenix at midday represents the south. Firebird. Anyway, 54 breaths with your Om. So you breathe in the light, if your eyes have had enough, and always go by your gut feeling, right? Be smart, just don't burn your eyes out just for the sake of, I need to do 54. No, right? Just do like 10 even. Next day, just build up. But look into it and research all that sun type of gazing and sun work. Don't take my word for it. It's good, I love it. I've done it for a long time, so I enjoy it. So back straight, first 54, arms are straight, without tension. Only thing you're holding with the tension is large intestine 1, the Shen Yang, right? Breathe in, all of it, breathe out, laser beams back, and then second one, you breathe in all again, and then you and breathe in, and you're contracting, controlling the arm all the way properly, and it should be this is all about also practicing perfect straight movement rather than elbow out, and you start to, so there's all about perfect movement on your arm and your punch, right? So don't let your arms go out like this. You're pushing from your core with the arm that's coming through, and you're corkscrewing in, so arm in like that. And also it's part of one of the Bart May's healing methods, using the Phoenix Eye Fist in the massage. These fucking flies used in massage, and there's sapating, 18 points, right, that it uses on the healing of the body, just for healing using the massage. And the Phoenix Eye has 18 points that you use, and by channeling and breathing and focusing with intent with the arm, you're already starting to learn that side of the massage, the Kung Fu massage of Bart May. Alright guys, I thought I would just quickly get on and say thank you to everyone that's bought it. I appreciate it. And for the guy that just quickly sent me that, asked about the Phoenix Eye, I hope that has helped in some type of way. I was just blabbering on and just rocking the mic, yo. Alright, so Tao bless. I wish everyone a happy new year. Don't get too wasted. And till next time. Oh, I was gonna also do these bloody fucking flies. I was gonna do a live podcast on New Year's. You're gonna waste your fucking time on New Year's with me, having a beer and possibly having some good discussions. So leave a comment. Let me know if you could hear me loud and clear on the mic. I'm all the way back here, so it may not be picking it up. I may have to redo this again, so it doesn't matter. Until next time, it's your boy, the one and only Esoteric Warrior. Happy New Year. Peace.